Hey, Jen here of jenspringer.com and Live Green Dot Solutions. I'm going to do a review today for you of 6 different essential oil companies. But first, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I've got all kinds of good stuff on here. You never know what I'm going to talk about. Anything from pets, like that one that just photobombed my video, to foods or detoxing or who knows what. Even horses sometimes show up on this channel. But make sure you subscribe below. And let's talk about essential oils. Essential oils are the hottest thing on the market when it comes to health and wellness. So how do you know if you have the right oils, the good oils, the bad oils, cheap oils, expensive oils? What's the difference of all of them? Well, I reviewed 6 of them here. And mind you, just to do a little bit of a background thing on myself, I have been using essential oils for 15 years. I've taken certifications that I can call myself aromatherapist, as well as some other nutritional degrees. And, I took a really good, deep, close look at these different essential oils. So let's first start with this. This was actually one of the first ones I bought many years ago, and I've had this essential oil for, oh gosh, I can't even tell you how long, and it has been in the hands of thousands of people when I teach workshops. And this essential oil says 100% pure, which legally that does not even matter. Pretty much anybody can call their oils pure, and it doesn't mean a thing because essential oils are regulated under the Cosmetic Industry Act. So yeah, and it says wild lavender, so that's kind of like, okay, well, what is that? Well, hi, you gonna help? This also says best if used by on the back of the label, which really a good essential oil should not have an expiration date on it. If they're handled properly, stored properly, they will not expire. It does not say origin or certified. It has some other indicators on here. This says do not apply directly to skin. Let's see, keep out of the reach of children. That is a good idea. Not to be taken internally. So there's some red flags on this one. I'm not quite sure about that. It does, when I first got it a long time ago, it smelled sweet, but over the course of the years, I can smell chemicals through this oil. This is, like I said, a lavender oil, and it has aged. A lot of times you can't even smell any adulteration that is in the oils because our noses aren't trained that way. And I will be honest, I've smelled oils that once they are empty in the bottle or they've aged, then you can smell the chemicals coming through them. I've seen that even with some of the biggest name brands out there that call themselves pure. The second one here is this one. I don't remember the name of this company. Erbaviva. I think that's the name of that one. I paid a lot of money for that first lavender oil. A lot. Like 15 years ago, I paid $30, and it's a 10 mil. This one is by a company named Veraditas. This is a Good Samaritan oil, which is actually knockoff of Young Living's Thieves oil. This oil brand here, they're 100% pure, which really, like I said, doesn't mean anything here. Let's see, keep out of the reach of children, that's a good idea. Avoid contact with eyes, that's a good idea. When you see those on the label, those are normal things. So this one here, I don't know, maybe okay if I smell this oil. It's not very strong. There's that. One of the things that I did do as I get into that, I have another essential oil by this company as well. It's Clary Sage, and I've compared it with other Clary Sages, and it smells completely different. And I know there's going to be variant between different batches of oils, but it smelled very weird for Clary Sage. The next one I'm going to talk about here is the Young Living essential oils. This is lavender oil, and this oil is very, how do you want to say, very clean in its odor. And like I said, you really can't tell much by smelling it. What I do know about Young Living is that they are the oils that are grown in their own farms. They have farms all over the world. They follow their product from seed to seal. So from the seed in the ground to all the way through the distillation process. They stand behind their purity. They are vigilant about everything that they do in their process. And that's one thing that I really do like about this company. is that no other company here can say that. Most of these other companies, actually all of them, get their oils from oil brokers, so they're buying them from pools where farmers will put them in, and then they buy the, from the brokers. And Young Living does have the seed to seal guarantee, and I also know that they have their own, if they do partner with other farms, they have their own team that goes out and visits the farms and show them how to grow the oil, the plants and distill the oils and all that jazz. So honestly, I'm very impressed with this. This oil here, it's like a paper label. This is Celery Seed. I really don't know much about this oil. It does smell nice though. I don't know that even the brand on this anymore. I've had it a really long time. It is, I'm not sure where I even got that one. This one here is Wisdom of the Earth. And this company here, they have, supposedly genuine medicinal grade essential oils. I know for a fact they do not own their own farms. They're a small business that they buy from brokers, and they do their own filling of bottles and stuff like that. This company is a little woo-woo out there from what I've seen on their stuff. I mean, here it talks about, where is it here? The color of the oil, well, that's normal. It is some of the energy of the oil. So it's kind of, like I said, I'm not sure about this one. Like I said, I know that they don't own their own farms, and they don't own their own farms. Somebody brought me a dead little fake dragonfly. So this one here, like I said, I don't know the origins of this. It's supposed to be, everybody says they're going to have pure oils. And then this last one, this one here is from Original Swiss Aromatics. And this oil here says genuine and authentic, and it says, the address on here and everything. It's pretty much all that's on here. And like I said, I know this is supposed to be a very reputable company, but they don't own their own farms either. So really, out of all 6 of these oils, the one that is my preference would be the Young Living oils, because of knowing the purity, following the farming process. I can go visit their farms, and in the years that I've been using these oils, I have not had any issues with myself or my clients. Even doing oil applications on clients, never had a problem. Pets, as you can see, Mr. Tail walking through the video and photobombing this a couple times. I've never had any issues, and I trust those oils. In my own client base, I've had, women that were pregnant and little tiny babies all the way. Oldest client was 103, and I've always stuck to this brand. Like I said, I've done my homework. I even have more piles of stuff over there, but I don't want to be into name slamming or things like that. But I think there are a lot of questions to ask. And what I've put together for you before you buy essential oils is there's 12 questions that you need to ask before you buy oils. And that's why I have done this review of these oils and the Young Living oils. If you go up there, there's a card, what we call it, in this video, and if you click on that, that'll take you to the 12 questions, and then you can get that report and look at it, and you can find out for yourself. I encourage you to do your own homework, ask a lot of questions, use the oils, and then you will know if you have the genuine, authentic, pure, safe essential oils. Because just because an oil says wild crafted or organic, that does not mean it is going to be beneficial to supporting your body. All that means is it could be certified organic, but there are some loopholes that allow solvent extraction, and the chemistry of the oil might not be correct either. And like I said, that's why I go back to the Young Living oils, because they test everything. They send it out to be tested by third parties. Their labs are really meticulous, and they are very, very stringent on their own guidelines. They reject most of their own stuff half the time, and that's because they just won't settle for less, because they know these essential oils are going to help people all over the world, and they want to make sure we have the highest quality. So again, get up there, get the 12 questions to ask, download it, ask me questions. I'm here to help you and guide you along your process. So again, this is Jen. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you soon.